What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and Houston Rockets. And of course, if you watched any video like this, you know that this video is my Bulls report. Now, the Bulls are coming off of 3 wins and, looking to build upon that. The Rockets themselves have been basically on a losing streak. So it's two teams at different ends of the spectrum. You know that the Rockets are young, looking to rebuild. You know the Bulls are looking to build upon things that they did last year and look for some more success this season. So just on the outset of the game, the Bulls I'm gonna be honest, man. The Bulls did not look like they wanted to be involved in this basketball game early. You seen Şengün with the first basket of the game. The Rockets jump out to a 7-0 lead, and there was no rebounding by the Chicago Bulls at the early part of this game. At one point, the Rockets did go on a 10-0 run before Ayo Dosunmu did score, and that was at, I think, about 3 minutes into the game where Chicago actually got their first basket. You seen Jalen Green being very aggressive early in the first quarter. The Bulls, like I said, they looked uninterested early on in this game. It was like, I don't know if some guys knew who they were playing or some guys thought that the Rockets were going to be a pushover, but that just wasn't the case at the early onset of this game. You saw lazy passes by the Bulls early, and they were actually down by 17 at one point in the first quarter. Everything was going Houston way. Everything, every shot, every rebound, every pass, deflection, three, you name it, fouls was going the Rockets' way. But again, the NBA is a game based on runs. So in my mind, I'm watching and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, okay, at some point, the Bulls are going to get things going, so to speak. But what you saw was the Chicago Bulls defense started to allow them back in the game, but Houston ended up with a 30-point quarter. You seen drives by Green. And when the first quarter was over, I said to myself, okay, if the Bulls can figure a way to weather the storm, they'll be right there. So in the second, they were down one after one, they were down 10, and the Bulls started to get close in the second quarter. You seen DeMar DeRozan start to take over in the second quarter. Points in the paint was one thing that the Houston Rockets had the advantage on. I didn't see no paint presence from no big that Chicago put in the game tonight. No big, not Vucevic. I barely heard his name tonight. Andre Drummond, I barely heard his name tonight. Just, again, like I said, the paint presence and the points in the paint, the Houston Rockets, they dominated that. But again, you seen Jalen Green being aggressive, staying hot. The Bulls did stay close, and they were down 2 after a 9-0 run. You seen Zach LaVine put the Bulls up by 1 from down 18. And the Bulls, when the Bulls got the lead, right, in the second quarter, going into halftime, you seen Zach LaVine with a big three and get fouled. And I'm like, okay, this is where the Bulls basically turn it up and they just run away with the game. Now, the Bulls do allow the Rockets to take the lead back at the start of the half. The Houston Rockets start the third on a massive run. And after a rough third and a 32-15 run, the Bulls were down 10 after 3. Now, from the third quarter onto the fourth quarter, I can honestly say the Bulls basically, they didn't quit. They didn't give up, but they were out. They were outplayed. They were outplayed from the end of the third until the better part of the fourth quarter. They were basically outplayed, outmatched, out-hustled, just by a team where, in my opinion, the Bulls should have been in a better position to win this basketball game, which they did not. From seeing just lack of effort, from seeing guys, not going their way, from seeing guys allow straight drives to the rim, You allowing 3-point open shots. You're allowing offensive rebounds. You're allowing paint points. This isn't a team that you should have lost to. The Houston Rockets, granted, they are a pro team, but talent-wise, the Chicago Bulls are much, much more talented than the Houston Rockets. And for them to lose 133 to 118 after winning 3 straight, not in the most sexiest fashion, but winning 3 straight against some opponents that, again, you may see later on down the road. For you to lose to Houston in this fashion, they come to Chicago, they beat you on your home floor. Every quarter, besides the second, you give up over 30. You give up 36 points to Kevin Porter Jr. Like, it's insanity. It's insanity. They shoot 38% from 3, 55% for the game, 45 rebounds. They had more turnovers than Chicago, and they still beat them. Chicago with 35 rebounds, 8 turnovers. The Bulls should have won this game. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. When Jalen Green has 24, he goes 6 of 10 from 3. Kevin Porter goes 6 of 12 from 3. You get 12 from Eric Gordon. You get 25 from Şengün. You get 13 from Jabari Smith. And on the other side, Nikola Vucevic had 10 and 3. What is that? Like, really, what is that? You couldn't even beat your matchup. You should have been abusing Şengün. 22 for Zach LaVine. Didn't shoot the best. 9 of 19. DeMar DeRozan, 31 with 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Patrick Williams had an okay game, 7 rebounds, 12 points. And then you got some bench production. You got 8 from Drummond, 12 from Dragic, 14 from Kobe. Ayo Dosunmu had 9. But again, tonight game, the Bulls just didn't look interested. They didn't look like, okay, we got this young, under talented. They have talent, but comparing them to us, this was one of those games where you stomp them and get ready for your next game. This is one of those games where Chicago, after winning 3 straight, you say, man, we getting Houston. Let's take it to them early and make them play their bench for the rest of the way. That is the mentality these guys have to have. Like, here we are again. 2 weeks ago, we were having the same conversation about, are the Bulls good, or how can they turn things around? I thought that was the right end of the ship happening after last week. I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, they won a few games in a row. Things are going to turn around. Things are going to, move in a different direction now that they put all of those other things behind them as far as losses. But you lose like this to Houston. Granted, they are a pro team. But I feel like Chicago should have won this game tonight. And you give up over 120 points. You give up 130. You gave up over 130 points. Where's the defense? Where's the effort? Where is the want? Where's the want to? Where's the moxie? Where is the we need these wins? Yes, DeMar DeRozan is having a great season. Zach has been inconsistent. Vucevic game is coming and going as the games go by. At this point, I honestly don't know what to say about effort when it comes to the Bulls. I don't know what to say about what are we going to get when they play, because I look at their roster up and down. Yes, there is no Alex Caruso. Yes, there is no Derrick Jones Jr., Javonte Green, no Lonzo. But at the same time, with the players that you have that's able-bodied, they should be able to produce. and get wins, especially like this game tonight. But that did not happen, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens in the next go around for Chicago. I'm honestly I'm at a loss with, how they come out and decide to play sometimes. It's not if it's not one thing, it's another. But they do play Milwaukee on Wednesday, and that's a test. That is a home game against one of the better teams of the Eastern Conference. So for sure, I'm going to tune in, and for sure, we're going to do another video. Let me know what you guys think about tonight's game. Chicago Bulls fans, Houston Rocket fans, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.